So let's sanitise the bench as normal. What does sanitising do? Hands up. Yes? Stops cross-contamination by doing what? Mitch?
Getting rid of germs.
Getting rid of germs. Okay, we need to sanitise and not just clean. Because cleaning doesn't get rid of germs. Alright, Oscar, read out the recipe please. What are we doing?
You want to preheat your oven to 220 degrees.
Alright, that's the oven down there. What's next?
Then you want to wash your potatoes. You want to cook them in the skewer and cook in the microwave on high.
Ah, okay then. So we're going to prick them with a skewer. Why are we going to prick them with a skewer? Sorry? Can somebody get me a peeler? Why are we going to prick them with a skewer? Yes? Pardon? Yeah, but also it allows us the heat and steam to get inside the vegetable to begin to cook it. Alright? So we've washed these have been washed under the sink, so let's just wedge them up. Okay, and what? Don't forget, just secure your board. I was looking for a... Why is it important to secure your board, guys? Mitch, you've got all the answers this morning, fantastic, yes?
So it doesn't slip away.
So it doesn't slip, which keeps everything safe, alright? Now that's a reasonably big size wedge, alright? What's the problem with that? Potentially? Too long to cook, yep. Although I'm sure we'd all like to eat that size. So let's get them into eighths, alright? So we've got 2 quarters there, half those quarters we've got eighths, okay? Each potato into eighths. You need a sharp knife and you've got to be careful as well. Now it's becoming unstable, the vegetable, isn't it, when you like this? Alright, so this is the point you've got to be careful, or if you leave it on the flat edge, just then use the angle that way, okay? Up to you, just stay safe. Alright, back in there. What do we do next, Oscar? Place what, sorry?
Place the wedges in a bowl and then add 2 tablespoons of olive oil and seasoning and toss until the wedges are...
Alright, so we're seasoning the wedges with what? Paprika what?
Paprika seasoning or Cajun seasoning.
Cajun. Alright, what's Cajun seasoning? Anybody used it before? It's a southwestern sort of flavour, it's quite nice actually. Pardon?
I use paprika.
You use paprika?
Yeah, we use it a lot.
Good. Does anybody not use paprika or haven't heard of it or whatever before? That Josh, is it? Do you want to tell him what it is?
It's like a smoky chili.
It's like a smoky chilli flavour, so what colour is it?
Red.
Reddy orange, yeah. And it's beautiful. Alright. So there's your bowl of potatoes. Now, I'm not overly concerned today in this demonstration to prick them and put them in the microwave because we've got a combi oven at the back. Girls, we've got a combi oven at the back which is like a rocket ship, okay? So it will cook these from raw. I'm happy about that, no problem. What's the next part?
Olive oil, 2 tablespoons.
Yep. I haven't got the paprika because somebody's sharing that with me. So a little bit of oil. I'm not going to put salt on them yet. Why not? Can anybody think? What's the salt going to do if you put it in there? Yes? Extract the water. Beautiful. And if I do that, we're just going to get a pool of water in there. And then when I put the potatoes in the oven, they're going to steam instead of roast because there's too much moisture. Alright, so salt right at the very end. Beautiful. Taco seasoning. What are we doing with that in the recipe? Does it say? Or is that going in there or is it going in with the... No. That goes with the chicken and the breadcrumbs. Anything else? So egg, what's the egg for?
Chicken batter.
Pardon? Josh, what do you say? A batter, are we using a batter today?
No.
No, we're not using a batter, so it can't be for the batter. Anybody else? Yes, mate, again.
To dip the chicken in and then put it in the bread.
Alright, excellent. So it's going to allow, we're going to coat the chicken in the egg, which then allows the breadcrumbs to stick. Alright? And then we're going to deep fry them, yes? Deep fry them? Oh, good. We are paying attention. We're going to roast them. Beautiful. So that in there, your egg in the bin. Okay. Chicken. Can't beat chicken, huh? Who loves chicken?
Me.
Better deep fried though, isn't it? Occasionally, okay? No foods are bad really, just don't eat too much of the less healthy ones is the message, I believe. Okay, chicken, let's change that board. Why have I changed the board? What's the problem with salmonella? You can die, well, severe cases, yeah. But what makes you think that I'm going to get salmonella on here or from there? But the chicken's here. Yes? Well, there's no salmonella anywhere yet, apart from here. Chicken wasn't on here, was it? Right. I just started with a clean board, that's all. That's it, simple as that. Alright, chicken. Chicken breast. Just always wash your hands whenever you handle chicken. Okay? Because we don't want to what?
Cross-contaminate.
Cross-contaminate, beautiful. Now if you look at this piece of chicken, you can see lines in it, right? It's like a piece of wood. It's got a grain, if you will. Alright, who does woodwork? Do you know what I mean by a grain in the wood? Alright, and when you cut a piece of wood, do you cut with the grain or across it? With the grain. If you don't cut with the grain in the chicken, in the protein grains or whatever, then it will get a jagged edge and it won't be as clean a cut. So if I go across the grain that way, it will be a rough cut. If I go with the grain here, nice and smooth. Beautiful, right? Smooth, Josh, smooth. Alright, so what I want to do is once I've cut my chicken, make them reasonably big pieces, just into you. You'll notice, as always, we're keeping very clean. I haven't got mess all over the bench, alright? I don't want to see mess over your bench either. As it gets thick, I don't mind if you cut it in half, alright? Beautiful. Into there, turning it round so I'm still cutting across the grain. Whoever thought chicken was like wood? Huh? Some people cook it so it tastes like wood as well. Who's eaten dry chicken before? Not very nice, is it? You've got to keep it moist, yeah? Don't be scared to cook chicken moist. If you see juice in chicken, it's fine, as long as it's not red or pink. If the juice is clear, everything is beautiful. Okay, so please don't overcook chicken when you do. It takes practice, but that's what you need to look for. Clear juice, alright? What's next? What do we need to do now? We've got the egg, we've got the chicken, we've got the breadcrumbs. What do we need to do? Should we, yes?
Mix breadcrumbs and
With the seasoning. So we're putting the seasoning in the breadcrumbs, are we?
Yes.
Yeah, good. All right. Whack it in, we're not going to measure, that'll do. I'm sure it's fine. We should have salt. It hasn't been given to me, which I'll just sort out. Alright, so salt again. It's pretty, you don't need to use too much, but you do need salt in there. All right. Egg. Beat the egg. Beautiful. So you can clean your fork. Try it. You could use your hands in this dry mix. Use your hands in this dry mix if you want to, or just mix it round with a fork. Now I can see that these breadcrumbs are not dry, and it's better if they are dry, they just stick better. Who's used the panko Japanese breadcrumbs? Yeah, so they're dry, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they stick better and cook better. Because if you put moisture into heat, the cooking method immediately becomes steaming, and that softens the surface and doesn't crispen it up. If they're dry, if the breadcrumbs are dry, immediately that high heat starts to crispen the breadcrumbs because there's no moisture. Does that make sense? Yep. So what you can do, these breadcrumbs have been made from stale bread that we had, which is